So I called my contact. What's going on? I thought we were really down the road. And he said, the higher ups decided you're from Utah, you're probably Mormons, and we're not doing any business with Mormons. Okay, so the next 3 videos at least are on Christians, critics, and antis. What are they? Who are the people who are coming at us, and why do they do that? What is their intent? What is their philosophy? And they have a very specific philosophy I'm going to cover. So this first one is just looking at Christians and critics. What do I think they are? How do I look at them? How do I think about them? How do they think about us? Okay. Hello, my name is Edwin Patterson, and I'm coming to you today to talk about an interesting topic for me, and that is looking at Christians, critics, and antis. Who are these people? You know, it's very interesting to see all the people who would like to tear us down. We're a small little group of folks here, and all these people have interest in doing something bad to us. You may not know this, but in the Christian world, there's 1 billion Catholics. There's 1 billion Protestants. There's about 16, 17, 18 million LDS people. So why are they so interested in tearing us down? I'll get to that a little later on, but there are groups of people here, Christians, critics, and antis. Are they all against the church? And I'm going to say that no, that's not the case. So I'm going to tell you a quick story. I had a company that was a marketing company for colleges and universities. And so we were doing, using big data, this is back in the 80s and 90s, 2000s, to help them find students they're looking for. We needed to beef up our data, so we brought in a data scientist to help us. His name was Keith Elzia. Keith was one of the smartest data scientists in America, bright guy, about 5'8", a beautiful black man. He had the spirit of a God in him. You got around him, you couldn't help but love this guy because he was so sweet. And he told us what he did. We loved it. We partnered with him. And I traveled America with Keith Elzia. The first thing he told me once we got past the introductions, as far as intimacy, is, you know, Edwin, you're not like I thought you were going to be. Well, what do you mean? Well, I've been told what Mormons are like, and you don't fit the bill. You seem really like a good person. I feel the spirit in you. How's that possible? So I took Keith to Temple Square. I took him to meet my family. He took me to meet his family. We bonded, and we bonded spiritually. It's a beautiful experience. After a while of our relationship, he said, Edwin, I want you to know I have your back. Well, what do you mean? Well, at my church, so he has a large black congregation in Minneapolis, so a couple thousand folks. When someone's going to talk about Mormons, Keith raises his hand. He says, does anyone here in my congregation know any Mormons? None of them do. He says, well, I do, and I know what they believe, and I know what they're like, so be careful what you say. I was delighted by that. And I use that example, and I've seen over and over again, good Christian men, once they get past the, he's a Mormon, what does that mean? And can see I'm a spiritual man. We became good friends. We bonded as brothers. So most Christians are not anti or critics in my mind. Now, one experience that I'll show you just about critics on this side, and again, I'm not going to make a big deal about critics, there's more antis I'm really going to talk about. So my company had a time to present our wares to one of the largest Christian universities in America. It was beautiful, very exciting, a lot of potential there. We fit them really well. We had great presentations. The people were very willing to, we like what you're saying, we like what you're going to do, we think you really can benefit us with the things you're going to bring forward. A lot of this is big data from Keith Elzia. So we went down that sales funnel, and we were all but in. We knew that we'd got it. We were so excited. Then I'm in Salt Lake City, where our company was at, headquartered. We got a certified letter. Brought it, opened it up. It's from the university. We've chosen not to do any business with you and never will do business with you. Please do not contact us again. Ooh, now that's rare. That doesn't happen very often in my little world. So I called my contact. What's going on? I thought we were really down the road. And he said, the higher ups decided you're from Utah, you're probably Mormons, and we're not doing any business with Mormons. That's a shallow shot in my mind, but that's life. So those are critics in my mind. And if you look up the definition of a critic, they're willing to give an opposing view of life. They're willing to be critical, critique. And so they're not bad. They've heard about us. They don't really know us. But again, they're not looking to tear us down. They're just people who are misaligned with who we are. Oh, you believe in the wrong Jesus. You're really probably going to hell. But again, they're not aggressive. They're not outgoing. They just are critical of the church. That's it. Now, so this is about to conclude this little vignette. But remember, Christians in my mind are beautiful people. Critics are okay. I know a lot of critics, and generally they can tolerate being around me, but they're not there to tear me down. They may fold their hands, they may frown a little bit, but they're not the guys who are going to hurt me. So that's all I really want to accomplish with this video. We got Christians who are beautiful. They accept people in the Spirit. I have those kinds of friends who are awesome. I have critics. I'm not friends with any of the critics, believe it or not, but they're not aggressive against me. And so, based upon that, we go, well, who is the aggressor? Who's really coming at us? That's the antis, by my definition. So I'm going to, in the next video, tell you about antis, my view of them, and really go into the philosophy they use to attack the church. Okay, I think that's what I want to accomplish. Thank you so much. See you on down the road.